The Nigerian government, through the Federal Inland Revenue Service, has announced the VAT Direct initiative, a scheme aimed towards enabling the government to collect value-added taxes from the informal sector and reduce multiple taxes in the informal economy. The FIRS disclosed this in a statement on Monday. How effective will this new scheme achieve its objectives without posting as additional burden on the Nigerian citizens who are already advocating reduction in the current multiple taxes regime? We have via virtual former chairman Ogo Internal Revenue Service and President International Center for Tax Research and Development, tax practitioner for more than 4 decades, Mrs. Morenike Babintin Ashayi, live to shed more light on the proposed scheme. Good evening, ma'am.
Well, the VAT Direct initiative is a sort of means for the Federal Inland Revenue Service to collect VAT from the marketplaces.
Okay.
That is simply it.
Will this scheme not result to additional tax burden on the consumers of goods and services?
More to taxpayers' burden, because there is a system of VAT. VAT is collected as source, and it is based on value added. And there is this deduction of input tax and output tax, and it is the difference between these two that we pay to the Federal Inland Revenue Service. And if you have a credit, then you will have to have a refund. Seek for a refund from Federal Inland Revenue Service. So this VAT Direct initiative, wanting to take VAT to the marketplace, does not fit into the system of VAT. Because, when I listened to the Market Traders Association of Nigeria, the chairman, he said that they are traders, they are retailers, and they are just intermediary between the manufacturers and the distributors. So certainly there is no value that the retailers will add. So it does not fit into the system of VAT. You must add value before you can charge VAT. And value added is normally charged as source. It's collected as source. And if you now want the retailer to start collecting VAT, adding VAT to the price that VAT has already been added, it means that it is additional. It is additional tax for the for consumers, and it's going to be a rip-off by the Federal Inland Revenue Service, and it will be unfair. So I don't see. You see, the Federal Inland Revenue Service can collaborate with MATAN, Market Traders Association of Nigeria, either for monitoring to make sure that those who are supposed to pay have paid. Because if they are retailers, definitely some people would have manufactured, some people would have provided them those goods, so they can monitor, they can check from MATAN's end, to confirm that those who are supposed to pay have paid. But not to be asking the market association to be adding VAT to the goods that VAT had already been added. That would be totally wrong. It does not meet with the principles of VAT. You must add value before you can charge VAT. The Federal Inland Revenue Service should not turn VAT into sales tax, because that is what the Federal Inland Revenue is doing at the moment. If you now ask the retailers to be charging VAT on goods that they are going to sell, then it is no longer VAT, because they have not added any value. They are simply selling.
Okay, now, what would you suggest as another method to the government to increase its IGR instead of this new scheme?
There are lots of ways. If government is really desirous of improving IGR, our legislators collect 8.5 million every month This is not a tax-free, it is not a tax-free remuneration. All allowances are taxable. So they should make sure that the states should make sure that they tax the legislators properly. Secondly, there are lots of people we've been hearing that a lot of money has stolen. Taxation is so simple. As long as money is in your possession, whether you steal it or you do not steal it, you will have to pay tax. So all those who have embezzled money and they have in their possession public fund, they should first of all pay tax. And then EFCC can do whatever they want with them. And that will definitely stop the people from stealing public funds. That is a way that FRS and state internal revenue services can genuinely collect money. You will observe that during this election, this 2023 election, there was no mentioning, there was no emphasis on how much tax has been paid. When a president paid 40 million to be able to buy tickets from the party, the Internal Revenue Service should have been able to assess on best of judgment or anything on that 40 million. There are lots of companies in this country today that are used as gateway for laundering public resources. These are areas that FRS should go into. FRS should go into the high net worth people and see how they can generate revenue. There are lots of people that are having wealth of the nation in their hands.
All right, thank you, ma.
Having all wealth.
Thank you, ma. We will call you later for more, ma. Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma, for your time. We will call you later for more, ma.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma. Yes, ma. That was Mrs. Morenike Babington Ashaye, our former chairman, Ogun State Internal Revenue Service, and the president of International Center for Tax Research and Development.